Going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I want to talk about a story that happened at a festival out there at it's called Robert and William Catholic Parish. I guess it's a church. They have a festival every year, a summer festival for a weekend. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what happened at this festival and how it got out of control, and a bunch of teens and just kids just acting a fool. And a lot of people blame this on parenting. A lot of people blame this on, outside influences outside the home. Either way, man, this stuff is out of control. And it's been like this for a long time, but now it's just the brazenness and the chaos that ensues when a bunch of teenagers come together. It's just something to behold. And it's like any and everybody can fall victim to any type of violence or any type of silliness like that, because you have a bunch of teenagers with childish minds. Take a look at this story. I'm going to come back and talk about something. And I'm going to talk a little bit about how this type of behavior starts at a young age. Take a look.
An annual tradition in Euclid is back this year, along with the familiar sights and sounds that residents have come to know. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Tracy Carlos. This morning, festival organizers announcing changes to security and safety rules. Last night, News 5 was at the festival as people were concerned about the behavior of some teenagers. Today, News 5's Jeff Coolidge went back to the festival to talk to people about their concerns.
Dozens of teens took to the streets Friday night in Euclid. News 5 was there as they began to fight each other and stop cars in the middle of the street. Residents and business owners say this kind of mob mentality has to stop.
And once they got 2 streets over here to Mallard, they just took over the back, the front, across the whole, over there where the school is. They just took over everything.
Donna Blunt, the owner of Gram's Soul Food, told me those teenagers made her frightened for her life as they moved closer and closer to her business.
They started fighting. I mean, it was just crazy.
Several witnesses told News 5 the disturbance by the teens began inside the festival grounds.
I was trying to get me something to eat, then I looked back and everybody started fighting, basically.
On Saturday, before the festival got back underway, there were changes.
This is really our first incident in 14 years. We've been very blessed here.
Pastor John Betters told me that the kids and their parents cooperated following the fights.
Our parents were very supportive, but it didn't make us want to think about we now require an adult to check a child in. Just to be safe, we want to keep everyone safe and secure.
Other changes include the festival only had one exit and entrance, and all youths between 7 and 17 received a wristband upon checking in. Father John says this festival is too important to lose.
It certainly does make some funds for the church, but our real purpose is to be open to the community and bring people together just to have fun in the great weather, enjoy good food.
Blunt implemented her own changes. She decided to close up shop early.
I was just so afraid. We have to take more accountability and responsibility for our children. You can't just give them some money and let them go run loose, because this is what they do. And obviously there's been a lack for a long time of discipline and training for these children, because nobody acts like that.
There was a heavy police presence at the festival. Euclid police never responded to our emails asking about the incident. For News 5, I'm Jeff Coolidge.
All right, guys, you've seen the story. Seen them out there acting crazy, jumping up on people's cars, don't know them, stopping traffic, and then all the kids come and jump on the car. These are teenagers. They know better. The fuck you doing that for? We see that a lot. Bunch of people going down the street just terrorizing shit. Sometimes breaking stuff up, fighting amongst themselves. They was at a church festival. It was at a church festival. Would think you'd be more, responsible with yourself, being out there in public. There was all different types of people out there, old people, young people, and people with children coming to just enjoy the festival. That thing took time to put together, a lot of money to put together. And they coming out there acting a fool, going from street to street, tearing up shit, fighting each other. Just a rolling ball of hysteria and goofiness. It's like one of them cartoon clouds where it's a bunch of hands and feet. Everywhere they go, that's just where this is going. Now, all of them kids bad? No. but you can't differentiate the real from the unreal, or the threatening from the non-threatening. And this is a problem we have out here in this country right now, where you have a bunch of children that have raised themselves when they were younger and getting older and thinking everything they do is all right. Most people that are 18 years old don't have the mindset of somebody 18 from a long time ago. Like, I know when I was 18, I had a full sense of responsibility. Okay, I'm a man now, I can't drink, but I know I'm responsible for my own actions. You're seeing people out here acting a fool all the time. I'm gonna tell you a story, man. And this is why I did this story, because it comes back to something that a lot of us have seen but have never said anything or not paid attention to it. Now, the complex I live in, right, is a nice complex, very quiet. All different types of people live here. Yesterday, I'm outside on my balcony. I live on the 3rd floor. I'm looking down. I see these 3 black kids, right? They had to be, it was one boy, he was about 10 or 12. Then there's 2 little boys with him. One had to be about 6 or 7, and the other one probably was like 8 or 9. So you got all 3 of these little boys. I'm like, where these kids come from? I'm hearing all this banging and stuff outside. They got sticks. They're beating the sticks against the trees, breaking the sticks up. Because, you know, we still have stuff from the Hurricane Beryl that's on the ground. Then he throwing rocks in the parking lot. I'm just looking at these kids and I'm saying, okay, do I say something to them or do I just mind my business? So I'm out there for about 5 minutes. I see them run up. They're wandering all through the apartment. I'm like, where these kids live? But they keep coming back over where I'm at. So a little bit time passes and I see them walking across the parking lot and my car is there. So they see my car. The big boy walks between my car and looks in my car. I'm sitting there looking at it. They don't see me. He looks in my car and he calls the other little boy. He looks in the car. And then they walk off. He walks in front of, the big boy walks in front of my car. The 3rd little boy comes. Now he got a stick. He's sticking the stick in my tailpipe. I say, hey, come here. I call him. I'm from the balcony. I said, is that your car? They was like, no, it's your car? I said, yeah. I said, why are you sticking that stick in the tailpipe of the car? Is it fast? They just totally dismissed what I said. I said, listen, don't touch the car, okay? Don't touch anybody's car out here, all right? So they was like, all right. So they leave. A couple hours later, I go back out on the balcony to smoke a cigarette. As I'm out there smoking, I hear, like, you know, kids arguing back and forth or whatever. Little boy jumps up the steps. I'm looking down. Little boy jumps up the steps coming out of the building, right? So I'm looking. He just pulls his dick out and just piss. He's standing on the sidewalk, the walkway, right down the steps where you walk and then walk to your car. He pulls his dick out and just starts pissing. Out in the blue. Cars going by and everything, he just piss. I said, what the fuck? So the big boy takes a glass of water or whatever and throws it on him while he's peeing. He starts whining. He moves off. The big boy goes past him and then goes out near a tree and starts peeing, but he knows to look around. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking and I'm like, damn, where the fuck these kids come from? He look around, look up, see me, you know what I'm saying? Try to walk off kindly, you know. And I'm like, but that's not all. So I'm like, where are these kids? And it's hot out here. It's so hot out here in Houston, man. Unless it's a pool or something, you don't see children outside. It's like oven heat. I'm like, these kids can't be from around here. Why are they outside? It's weird seeing. I'm like, why are they running up and down the street? And they looked like they still had pajamas on. And it was like 4 in the afternoon. That was another thing. So, make a long story short, I'm taking my daughter back at 7 o'clock at night. They must see me and they run over to where I'm at. I'm back in the car. They just get all the way of the car. I'm like, I wind the window down and they like, yo, rev your car. Rev your car. I'm like, So I gassed the car just one time to let them hear it. They're like, man, that's cool. So I back up, I take off in the car, not thinking nothing about it. This morning, I go to pick my daughter up, who she's here right now. I go to pick my daughter up. As I'm backing the car up, they just come. I got the windows down. They just come and grab the window and like jump in the window, like hanging in the window while I'm backing up. Hey, mister, rev your car. Boy, that shit made me mad as hell. I said, man, if you don't move. I said, you don't do that. You see me backing the car up? What's wrong with y'all? And it's not their fault, but they not being watched. And this is a lot of, you know, when that lady, you watched the video and that lady was talking to y'all, she said something that was paramount. She said, you can't give your kids money, just tell them to go out the house. This is the thing. Kids get on your nerves, even though they're yours, but they can get on a lot of other people's nerves if they ain't got home training and you just pushing them outside because you don't want them around you temporarily because you think the area is safe. These kids walking all over different places. Friend of mine live in an apartment complex. They talking. I told him about it last night. He said, man, these 3 little kids, right? He said, man, they just moved over here or something. He said they was at the store begging for money outside the store. It's dangerous. Dangerous. So I was talking to Tony. I'm like, yo, I got to find out who their parents is and talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a dangerous thing. And it's the thing. Nowadays, man, with everybody not taking accountability, you scared to even talk to people's parents about dangerous activities that their children, you know, I've been over here 4 years where I live. You know what I'm saying? It's not really dangerous, but you know, you never know who's coming through these complexes. You know, so it's like, I guess I'll handle that later on today, man. But I mean, come on, man. Come on, you just got your kids out. We don't know where they live or nothing. But anyway, man, what the lady said, she said, you can't have these kids just sending them out there and no accountability and this type of stuff. And I said to myself, this type of thing that I seen out here, and these look like good kids. They look like they was impressionable, like you could still work with them. They're still at the age where they can be, you know, get some kind of training and, you know, but it's like they're just out there. Just out there. It's heartbreaking to me because it starts like that. Where kids have to figure things out themselves or figure things out from other people that are around their age when they should be taught by people that are older how to be strikingly upright and walk in the straight path, a positive path. You're seeing children raising each other. And that's what's messed up out here. And that's why the world is the way it is right now. The family structure done went to shit. And they ain't just in the black community, it's all over. Look at the crimes I do. Everybody done lost their fucking mind. It's something to think about, man. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.